Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 7 review of series number 9. Series number 9 being premium pouches. This is the number 7 review and the second entry from American Snuff Company's Grizzly line. So, as you just saw, it is Grizzly straight pouches, and it is in one of the limited edition cans. So I wanted to show you what a regular Grizzly straight can was supposed to look like, so I went back and got the long cut one and realized that was in a limited edition can. So then I had to go back and get the piece of paper that I used to show you back then what the can looked like. So this is it. Unfortunately, the paper is a little bit bleached out now. But what you're looking at would normally have a bronze rim and a thick bronze band above the warning label with pouches written inside it. And obviously long cut wouldn't be there. The background color is almost a brown. A lot of companies for their straights use like a burgundy red. The Grizzly product is a brown with a burgundy tinge to it. Okay? So the can that we're going to be using right now is the limited edition camo can, which is pretty cool. I will give them that. I did not realize the claw marks on these cans were indented. Like the rest of the can had been raised, and they were, I didn't realize there was a texture difference there. So let's take a look at this can. So what I just showed you would have this bronze rim, and this would be straight pouches through the center. Or maybe it's just pouches and the regular can would have straight up top. I'm really not sure because I am not familiar with Grizzly pouch products at all, if you haven't guessed that already. It's a pretty good looking can. It's a little bit busy. That would be the only thing I'd say detracting about it. But moving around to the side, you have the Grizzly branding, American Snuff Company branding, Grizzly branding again. The bottom bronze band goes all the way around that. MyGrizzly.com is the website, and this is a 0.84 ounce net weight can. Bar label and manufacturer's information. So this is a product of the American Snuff Company of Memphis, Tennessee. This pouched product is 100% American tobacco. Had I realized that earlier, I would have checked to see what the long cut was, because I don't think I've seen a regular Grizzly line product, whether it be pouched or long cut, that is 100%. Only the Grizzly dark mint, dark wintergreen, and dark select are 100%, I thought, but I'll check this one again real quick. Yep, it's 100% U.S. tobacco. On the back, you have type, flavor up top. Date code is 11/8. So that is what, November 2018. It's well within the 5-month. Coupons and more at mygrizzly.com. So I'm going to crack this open and see what it's all about. Now, I've just been made aware via comment section that Grizzly pouch products have, I think he said 18 to a can, according to Winnington Outdoors, which I am fully sure knows what he's talking about. But I may take a count anyway, because I'm sort of interested to see how they fit them all in there. That would somewhat explain the slightly elevated weight of the can, but on the other hand, the difference between this can and the Copenhagen cans are 0.02 net weight ounces different. the Grizzly can being the heavier of the two. So obviously 0.02 ounces doesn't exactly explain 3 extra pouches because the Copenhagen products are 15 a can. But the Copenhagen products being more damp would explain a differential between the two. Okay, so this product is much more moist than the snuff was. So maybe that snuff was a little bit too far at the end of its date, because this one isn't so uniform. There is some darker spotting where the tobacco comes in contact with the pouch material. Pretty good smell. Now, I am not the biggest fan of Grizzly Straight, even though my everyday is a straight dip, just because their long cuts tend to be a little bit on the dry side. Same reason I'm not a big fan of Skull Straight, but this looks pretty wet, actually. So let me give you a shot in the can. Do you see how parts of the bag are darker? Like right in the middle of this one right here. There is a small amount of moisture actually on the lid. I'm going to throw 2 of these in on either side, and then I'll probably move them up front at some point. They're pretty dark. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, and I am back. Okay, so I moved the pouches up front because flavor release wise it just works better for me up front. I'd probably keep them around the side if I was trying to avoid spitting at all, because it would seem that I spit very little if I have them on the 2 sides. Right now I have them doubled up front. The product is very moist in the can, so maybe that snuff being towards the end of its 5-month mark, maybe that did affect it. But it did juice up. It just took longer. This, much faster. The flavor actually is pretty good. Now, I wasn't a big fan of the Grizzly Straight Long Cut. The reason for that being was not only that it leans to the dry side, but it's very, I don't want to say it's not sweetened, but it leans away. It's not one of the sweeter straights, let me put it that way. Anyway, I'm sort of liking this. Now, I don't know if it's really any different, but I'm guessing the tobacco is finer cut in a pouch product, and in that format, I'm sort of digging this. In fact, I'm even tempted to see what happens if I cut a couple of these bags open and dipped fine cut straight. I may actually try that. Anyway, the flavor on this is pretty good. The nicotine is definitely there. I started getting a sting on the sides. I'm getting one still in the front. So nicotine is there. You got quality packaging. All right, even when the lid is normal. Good can. The Grizzly dates. The reason why I'm saying L8, not counting an I. I think you skipped the I believe. And if not, I've got this really goofed up. But skipping the I, the letter corresponds with the month. So skipping the I, the letter L is in the 11th slot, November, and the 8 stands for 2018. So on a Grizzly product, it's about the 5. I think they might, if the store is actually going by what the company says, I believe they get pulled off the shelves at the end of the 5-month mark. Well, maybe it's the beginning. I'm not really sure, but you get what I'm saying. So the flavor's good on this, and the nicotine's definitely there. The pouches are comfortable. They are Again, they look thicker than the Copenhagen pouches, but it doesn't seem to be making a difference with my experience here, so whatever. The Copenhagen products are 0.84 net weight ounces for pouches. The Copenhagen products are 0.82. They got 15 pouches. This one has 18. I did count when I took the break. Not that I doubted Winnington Outdoors. If anybody would know, he would. Or Berg's Dip Reviews. But they do have them rammed in here. So, Mr. Sarles, that is why you had more than 15 pouches in your can. Because you had a Grizzly can. Which is good, because somebody like me, and normally I don't take the biggest pinches anyway, but somebody like me are automatically throwing 2 of these in. So, all in all, for the Grizzly straight pouches, I mean, if they're close in on their date, this one would be just entering its 3rd month. Yeah, they're coming from a person that dips straight, as is EDD. This is not a bad deal at all. So the packaging's good, tastes good, pouches seem to be flowing, juice-wise, fine. Nicotine is definitely there, as I said. And that's about it. So this has been the review of Grizzly's straight pouches. This is the only premium pouched product that comes in straight. There are no other straights by anybody, not even Skull. If you want a straight dip in a pouch, that's it. That's your guy. I am the Suit&Tie Dip and Chew guy. Do check out Berg's Dip Reviews, Winnington Outdoors, Dirty Pat Walsh, and Wayside Lee 83. All right, I got to remember to keep doing the shout-outs. I'm sorry, guys. I sort of was slipping there for a little while. Usually it would come down to me looking down at the end of the video and realizing I was at the 14-minute mark and then just trying to cut out as quickly as possible. But I may be back tonight with a non-review thing, an experiment. Possibly, I'm not sure. Listen, I hope everyone is well. Do take care of yourselves, and as always, God bless.